Okay, my friends, I've been showing things that nobody has ever known about, nobody's ever seen, in every realm. Physics, space, biology, everything. Light. Now, I realize that we have been told everything that is not true. Literally everything that you have ever been told in any educational system is not true. The only things that are true are material things that you can hold in your hands and see. And they have made all these stories about our history and our past and evolution and all this nonsense, absolutely crazy things. What I have discovered, finally, is the meaning of life. Literally, everybody says to me, well, big deal. So you found this, you found that, you found this. So who cares? I said, well, you've got a good point. Because, I mean, what does it mean? What does it mean? I don't know. I still had, there's a song that says, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Well, I think I finally found it. Now, listen to this. This is Thoth. He was supposed to be the top Atlantean, who were they were the people that ran the world at one time. And he was the hero of the Atlanteans. Now, listen to this. This is how it starts out. He says, now ye assemble, my children, waiting to hear the secret of secrets, which shall give ye power to unfold the God-man, give ye the way to eternal life. Right? This was in the Emerald Tablets. Now, it says, plainly shall I speak of the unveiled mysteries. No dark saying shall I give unto thee. He's going to be just wide open. He says, open thine ears now. Start listening right now, my children. Hear and obey the words that I give. Now listen to this. This is just, it knocked me away. First, I shall speak of the fetters of darkness, which is the black, dark matter, which bind ye in chains to the sphere of the earth. Can I show you that? Absolutely. All right, Thoth talked about the tethered strings. Here they are. This is dark matter, literally dark matter. This is out in space in a vacuum chamber with charged micron dust particles. The charge gives them the glow. They collect around the dark matter. That's the separation of the darkness from the light. And we are tethered to the earth by the springs of the strings. And I can prove that because when they injected these in here, it went whoop, 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 and it settled down finally to a nice glowy, which is us, attached to the earth. The atmosphere goes out. The springs bouncing up and down are the resonances which bounce back and forth from the chamber walls. We are bouncing back and forth from the space walls that surround us, which is not a vacuum of space. It's a scrubbing, particle-filled area around us. And we are doing this continuously in that space. Everything that Thoth speaks about, I am speaking about exactly the same way. And what his secrets of secrets are physical secrets of this universe that we live in, not just some mumbo-jumbo. And there are things, the way, apparently, that we can get to the other side through understanding, but only through deep understanding. And that, I find there is very, very, very little of that. This is exactly what my experiments show. Darkness and light are both of one nature. The black and the white particle together, exactly correct. Different only in seeming, which means as you see things, you really don't know. For each arose from the source of all. In other words, let there be light. Darkness is disorder. Light is order. All right, remember this. Darkness, disorder. Light is order. Now listen carefully. Darkness transmuted is light of the light. If we can take darkness and turn it into light, and it says, this, my children, is your purpose in being. Transmutation of darkness into light. And we did that. All right, remember what Thoth said. He said that They are of one nature. The dark and the light are of one nature. This is a photon of light. And I did this 7 years ago. This is from a video I took a picture of. It says light is dark energy and matter in the vacuum of space, which it is. That's what these are. They're light particles. Now, we wanted to separate the black from the white, just as Thoth said. And we did. And here's when it happened, right here. We shot that light straight through, and at the collision point at the Venturi, the black balls separated from the white. Exactly what Thoth said. That's our mission in life, is to divide the black from the white, the dark from the light. We did that. And that is, CERN and Fermilab agree 100%. That's what we're looking for, is the black to separate from the white, and the white to turn into a shower, and the black to stay a black ball, which it does. And we did this. And we can do this continuously. This isn't just a one-shot deal. We're just creating these all day long. And we should have free energy right now. We should be driving our cars and heating our houses and doing everything for free. And Fermilab is right here. This is right from Fermilab. This is their particle. They say there's one big black one. Yes, sirree. I agree. That is fixed and does not change. I agree. It never changes. It stays that same size. And then there's one glowy jobber, and there it is right there. So I agree, and Thoth says to separate them is our mission in life. Alright, this is the black hole they're showing. I know exactly what's going on here. The dark matter is congealing in the center. The glowy white particles are trying to crush down into it, but this is spinning through space coming this way and concussing additionally to the front edge. Anytime you have push to shove, you have glow. This is pushing, they're shoving back. Simple as that. And the dark matter is collecting in the center. Alright, let's just do a little reading here. The Secret of Secrets by Thoth, who was the prime Atlantean. Now, he says, assemble my children, waiting to hear the secret of secrets, which shall give ye power to unfold the God-man in us. Give ye the way to eternal life. Plainly shall I speak, no hidden nothing here, all truth of the unveiled mysteries that people have no idea. No dark saying shall I give unto thee. Everything will be wide open and bright for you to see. Open thine ears now, my children, hear and obey the words that I give. First I shall speak of the fetters of darkness, which bind ye in chains to the sphere of the earth. Gravity. The darkness is gravity. Darkness and light are both of one nature, which I showed. They are attached together, different only in seeming, because we can only see the white. For each arose from the source of all, which is let there be light, and all is whoever God is. That's where it came from. Darkness is disorder. Light is order. Darkness transmuted is light of the light. All right, so if you can transmute darkness into light, it is the light of light. This, my children, is your purpose in being. Transmutation of darkness into light. We have to understand we've been held in darkness. We need to see the reality and the truth, which is the light. Hear ye now of the mysteries of nature. Wait, this is all scientific. This is no joke here. So hear me now, the mysteries of nature, the relations of life to the earth where it dwells. Life dwells on the earth right now. Know ye are threefold in nature. Physical, astral, and mental all in one. 3 are the quantities of each of natures, 9 in all, as above, so below. And I have found that's true. There is life in space exactly as there is here, only it's just gigantic, but it was gigantic here at once too. So, in the physical are these channels. The blood, which moves in vortical motion, reacting on the heart to continue its beating. Yes, it's giving it oxygen. Magnetism, which moves through the nerve paths, carrier of energies to all cells and tissues. Yes. Everything is magnetism in nature, and these are all the magnetic bacteria now that I've just been studying. This is just stunning to me. Akasa, which flows through channels, subtle yet physical, completing the channels. I believe he's talking about bacteria. Each of the three attuned with each other, each affecting the life of the body. Yes. From they, the skeletal framework through which subtle ether flows. All right, so they created the framework. In their mastery lies the secret of life in the body. That's blood and the metals and the delivery agencies and the bacteria. It relinquished only by will of the adept when his purpose in living is done. And that is what bacteria does. It does what it does, and then it dies because its purpose in life is done. Bacteria work that way. They just go around and they squirt out these enzymes, and they do all your life processes, and then they just go away when their purpose in life is done. Three are the natures of the astral mediator, is between above and below, not of the physical, not of the spiritual, but able to move above and below. And he's going to explain how this can be done, literally by us. Okay, so three are the nature of the astral. Three are the nature of the mind. Carrier of the will of the Great One. Arbitrator of cause and effect in thy life. Thus it formed the threefold being directed from above by the power of four. This is a little hard to understand, but what it's telling you is that your mind gives you your will and your ability to understand causes and effects if you let your mind work. Above and beyond man's threefold nature lies the realm of the spiritual self. Now we're getting deep. Four is it in qualities, shining in each of the planes of existence, but 13 in one, the mystical number. Okay, 13 is the mystical number. It's based on 12 and 1, apparently. It's based on the qualities of man, are the brothers. Each shall direct the unfoldment of being. Each shall channels be of the Great One. That's confusing. On each man is on earth. Man is in bondage, absolutely in bondage. Bound by space and time to the earth plane, which is the earth sphere. Don't start with the plane business. You look from the earth, from the space station, you see the earth. Encircling each planet, a wave of vibration. These are the resonance frequencies. They're the resonance frequencies. And it binds him to his plane of unfoldment. Yet within man is the key to releasement. Within man may freedom be found. You have to search for your own freedom. Don't let people tell you what you have to be or do. When ye have released the self from the body, rise to the outermost bounds of your earth plane. Speak ye the word Dor-e-lila. Dor-e-lila. Now, then for a time your light will be lifted. Free may ye pass the barriers of space. For a time of half of the sun, 6 hours, free may ye pass the barriers of the earth plane, see and know those who are beyond thee. Who was able to do that? The only one I know that could do that was Christ. He could move up and down. Apparently, I mean, he resurrected himself in 3 days. Now, and there's some things that Christ said about the earth being a body and the earth being a corpse, that I think he's the only one that had that knowledge, and up until today, until the mud fossils, because that's what it is. The earth is a corpse and a body, and so is space. And they say everything. Thoth tells all of these scientific information, not just nonsense, but then he throws in words like you have to say these certain words, and then you can pass in through your planes and remove yourself from your body and learn. This is deep, deep, deep stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to read the rest of this through because it's confusing, and I don't want to confuse it any more than it will get you already. Now, we're talking about, for a time your light will be lifted if you say these sayings and have this certain way of doing this thing. And you can be free, pass through the barriers of space and so forth, for a time, for 6 hours, by saying this phrase. Now it says, yea, to the higher worlds may ye pass, up into the heavens. See your own possible heights of unfoldment, so you'll know what you can be, and know all earthly futures of your soul. Possible, if you think, you have to think. It's even Christ again. Christ said, don't stop searching until you find. When you find, you're going to be upset. I'll read you some of the things he said out of the Gospel of Thomas, which was Doubting Thomas, which was his scribe, and wrote the sayings that Jesus said. Now I'm just going to read through again. I know I keep doing this. All right. Bound are ye in your body, but by the power ye may be free. This is the secret whereby bondage shall be replaced by freedom for thee. Calm let thy mind be. At rest be thy body, conscious only of freedom from the flesh. Center thy being on the goal of thy longing. What are you longing for? Think over and over that thou wouldst be free. Think of this word, laum ilagunsuver, and over in thy mind let it sound. Drift with the sound to the place of thy longing. Free from the bondage of flesh, thy will be. The only one I knew that did that was Christ. Hear ye while I give the greatest of secrets, how ye may enter the halls of Amente. Enter the place of the immortals, as I did. Stand before the lords in their places. Lie ye down in rest of the body. Calm the mind, so no thought disturbs thee. Pure must ye be in mind and in purpose, else only failure will come unto thee. Pure you must be, honest. Vision Amente, as I have told in my tablets. Long with fullness of heart to be there. Stand before the Lord's in thy mind's eye. Pronounce the words of power I give mentally. Meku el shabu el hal sur ben el zabru zin ephraim kur el. Relax thy mind and thy body. Then be sure your soul will be called. Now give I the key to Shambhala, the place where my brothers live in the darkness. Darkness but filled with light of the sun. Darkness of earth but light of the spirit. Guides for ye when my day is done. Leave thou thy body as I have taught thee. Pass to the barriers of the deep hidden place. Stand before the gates and their guardians. Command thy entrance by these words. I am the light. In me is no darkness. Free I am of the bondage of night. Open thou the way of the 12 and the 1, so I may pass to the realm of wisdom. When they refuse thee, as surely they will, command them to open these words of power. I am the light. For me are no barriers. Open, I command, by the secret of secrets. Idem el ahim sabre zur adam. Then if their words have been truth of the highest, open for thee the barriers will fall. Now I leave thee, my children, down yet up to the hole shall I go. Win you the way to me, my children, truly my brothers shall you become. Thus finish I am writings. Keys let them be to those who come after, but only to those who seek my wisdom. For only for those am I the key and the way. So if you're not one of the wisdom seekers, you might as well forget it. You're done. All right, now I'm thinking in my mind that Jesus and Thoth and Hermes were all the same entity. And this is when Jesus came again, because he appeared, it's a reoccurring reappearance appears to me. Thoth could go back and forth from these realms, and I think he went back up and they said, whoa, you got all kind of problems back down there. Go down there and see what you can do to straighten those people out. And he came down, he tried the best he could, and he said, if you follow me, you're going to be all right. You don't follow me, you're in trouble. Because you only last so long, and my long is about lasted. So here's what he says right in the beginning. This is Doubting Thomas wrote this, and it wrote these sayings as Jesus literally said them. Jesus said, those who seek should not stop seeking until they find. When they find, they will be disturbed. When they are disturbed, they will marvel, and they will reign over all, and after they have reigned, they will rest. Now, I don't know about the reigning and so forth, but I can tell you what. I seek, I found, I was very disturbed, and I did marvel a lot. Now, what else did they say in the Gospel of Thomas? 56 and 83. 56, I think. Jesus said, whoever has come to know the world has discovered a carcass. And whoever has discovered a carcass, of that person the world is not worthy. Well, I can tell you what, the world is not worthy. The world is, as far as humanity goes, and the worldly leaders, there's no worthiness there anymore at all that I can find. Because they absolutely refused, the mud fossil research totally refused the discoveries of the carcass of the earth and the body of the earth, which I discovered long ago and figured they would be interested. Not a single one in academia has responded or cares a damn bit, and for that they will have serious issues in eternity. Jesus said, whoever has come to know the world has discovered the body. Whoever has discovered the body of that one, the world is not worthy. Now, I don't know about this not worthy business. I have a lot to be forgiven for, I can tell you that. I don't consider myself worthy of a whole lot. I just want to be accepted and get out of this thing alive. Because Nobody lasts forever. That's an absolute guaranteed fact. If you think you're just going to keep going, forget about it. You got issues. So what happens when you die? Well, there's been a lot written about it. A hell of a lot. And when I say hell, I mean there's been a lot written about that. Now, I don't know what it takes to get one side or the other, but I'm trying the best I can to get to the side that is not in that area. And, you know, eternity lasts quite a while. And I don't know whether this is my first time around, as my soul just been invented one time and you get a chance, or do you come back and back and back and keep trying to do it and put through more misery until you can see how much misery can a person absorb, and then you maybe can understand. You know, I mean, I just don't know anymore. Those things don't seem fair. I mean, I'm having a very hard time with things. I got to be honest with you. My level of empathy now has gone right through the roof. I mean, I find myself in tears a lot. Okay, it's very confusing, and there's a ton of sayings in here I will never be able to understand, but I'm trying. Jesus said, "Seek and you will find. In the past, however, I did not tell you the things about which you asked me then. Now I am willing to tell them, but you are not seeking them. Seek and you will find."